Christmas time, and I just wanted to do a little video for people in recovery, either from addictions, including mental health issues and complex post-traumatic stress. I'm going to have a document that'll add to this, so it's got all the stuff I'm going to talk about, so I'm going to go through it. This time of year, grown adults, even with long-term recovery, as they head back towards families, can go back into old family roles, generally, because under stress we regress. So what are those family roles? Hero, scapegoat, mascot, lost child, caretaking, enabling. Under stress, we can leave home, a 50-year-old lawyer, leave our suburb, get to the next suburb, be a 30-year-old lawyer, get to our suburb of our home, family home, be 20-year-old, driving the drive as a uni student, get out of the car as a high school student. By the time we walk through the door and get down at the kitchen table, we're back at being that 12-year-old, back in that family home. We go back into old rituals and defense mechanisms. And some of those defense mechanisms, as the neuroscientists tell us, are organic, and we're really powerless over them. So what we're trying to do is reduce stress at this time so we don't regress. So I'm going to go through a few things that are on this list. Set some limits, especially for places where you know you're going to feel stressed, even with people you love. I heard Kenneth Adams talk when he came to Australia to teach us certified sex addiction therapists. He said that even with his own parents-in-law, when they come and stay, he sets limits. He loves them, but he knows what he can take when it comes to intimacy. I thought it was a really good tip. So when you set boundaries this time of year, set boundaries that work for you based on spontaneity, and set some in advance when you know you're going to be stressed. So you can let someone know, look, I need to leave at this time in advance. Because once you get there and those roles kick in, it'll be harder to set that boundary. Limit time there, and also limit yourself financially this time of year. Lots of people with low self-esteem get into debt, get credit cards, because they go for that under stress, feeling less than, trying to act better than, so they buy gifts they can't afford on credit. So set a limit and set some budget time for yourself, and cap it, because there's no gift that's going to fill that self-esteem hole within. Take some food with you if you're on a food plan. So if you're gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant, generally intolerant like me, make sure that you take stuff that you can eat, so you can take care of your needs. If you're on a food plan, ring it through to your sponsor. This time of year, we don't need to eat. We feel like we need to. Food's been a huge problem in my recovery and still is. So they've been helpful tips. I know that they share in OA and Food Addicts Anonymous. If you're an alcoholic, and even someone with complex stress that has a tendency to drink too much when you're under stress, but you can drink, take some non-alcoholic beverages, take stuff you like. Don't just stop at the service station on the way. Stop at a supermarket, get something that you really enjoy, and take your own cup. Take a glass so you don't end up with someone's wine glass or whiskey tumblers, because at Christmas sometimes people run out of glasses. Next thing you've got limited choice. So take that cup that's yours. And remember, those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. It's okay not to drink. It's one of the great things that non-drinkers and non-alcoholics don't never worry about. That if they don't feel like drinking, they don't drink. And what you think about, that's no big deal to them. So as a new recovering addict, if this is your first Christmas, believe me, it's not that important. And the people that really want you to drink, they don't matter. Bookend your events. And bookend your days at this time of year, but definitely bookend your events. If you're going to a stressful place, please get to a meeting beforehand, ring your sponsor, do a meditation, do some journaling, say a prayer. Serenity prayer will do. And when you leave, same thing, bookend the events. Now, the other thing to do is when you're in the event, don't be afraid to take a moment. Go to the bathroom. I've got the 13 sort of tips for flashbacks by Pete Walker added to this document. I'll go over that in a separate video. But go to the bathroom. Do that one. Get one of your apps on your phone for your mindfulness. The Calm app has a beautiful 1-minute meditation where you just really focus on your breath. Lower that heart rate. Lower the stress. Don't be afraid to do it. Be spontaneous and take care of you. Be mindful. Peter Melody says that in early recovery, when you take care of your own interests, you're going to feel like you're doing something wrong. So don't wait to feel like doing it. Do it, and you'll get the benefit from it. Practice affirmations and gratitudes. And this time of year, believe me, we need to put them somewhere we can see them. Have them on a screensaver on your phone. If you're old school, post-it notes, like remember the old little post-it notes, stick them on your vanity, on your dashboard of your car. Put them where you can see them to remind you that you're valuable just the way you are, and that you're in recovery, and just for today you're walking a different way of life. Keep your healthy routines where you can. Patrick Carnes talks very clearly about good rest, good nutrition, and good light exercise, just as a basic foundation for keeping our healthy brain, healthy body in early recovery. And I suppose, the other thing is just for today. Just for today. For the next hour, for the next 5 minutes, if it's around food or some sort of addiction, you're in a flashback, get through that next 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Really bring it back. Practice the mindfulness. Bring it back to your breath. Take the time you need. Boundaries in recovery are about spontaneity, so please take care of yourself. And I suppose I'll finish this. I'm going to do just little downloads because I know people haven't got time this time of year for lots of information. But the thing is, I've always liked that saying, you cannot save your ass and your face at the same time. In recovery, if you need to set a boundary and get out of there, leave. You're in it for the marathon. If you're like me, when I first got clean, I thought I'm aiming for double figures, but I knew it was for the rest of my life. I knew how I drank. I knew how I used. I knew there was no going back. So take the time you need. If this is your first Christmas, limit the time in stressful places. Take care of yourself. And I suppose the message I love is breathe and be gentle with your heart. I'll leave a whole document that's got lots of tips and other things to take into account for this time of year. But by all means, good luck and God bless.
Riding through this life just like a crazy horse, just gotta hang on, you gotta stay the course. Sometimes you duck the brand.